Well, from the ethereal, otherworldly sounds of the Santur to what is starting to smell like the heavenly aromas of beautiful Bombay potatoes.
Yes.
A dish that I think is a staple in many homes, but we're putting a slight spin on it this morning. Josh, what exactly are we making and what do we need to create the smells that I'm getting from this kitchen today? It is insane.
Well, aside from the obvious potatoes, as you mentioned already, number one product here that we're starting with is butter. The reason being, it's got the convenience of the buttery sort of goodness of butter in a liquid format. It's really easy. You can take it straight off the shelf, pour it in.
And that's going to work so well with the potatoes.
That's where we start straight away. So first off, it's going to be onions and a bit of butter. So get some butter into the pan. Really don't need too much to start with. And quite simply, onions face side down. They've just been blanched, cooked, they're a little bit soft. Face side down into a hot pan. You can hear that sizzle starting. That's exactly what you want. Small little baby onions, small little baby onions. Okay. The onions are kind of the accompaniment to the potatoes themselves, so we don't want to dwarf anyone with that.
It's a nice bite size.
That's it, exactly. Okay, so important to be face side down. Leave those guys in there. And you can literally just leave these guys to do their own thing. Okay. Boom. Okay, doing its thing.
So you want to get like a nice char on that.
Exactly, that's going to be the finished product you want. Keys go low and slow, leave them there, they're going to do their own thing, no worries. Next thing, potatoes, most important. So in the pan, we've got some butter already that's been cooking away with the potatoes. You can see the nice golden effect.
They're getting a beautiful crisp.
That's it. Low and slow is the way to go. You don't want to rush this too much. So it's down to a medium heat.
Sorry, you've already par-cooked the potatoes.
Sorry, yes, those are par-cooked. Both of them are par-cooked before we start. Cool. So we're at a nice little medium heat here. First thing that's going to go in, some garam masala here. You could use roasted masala, 11 and 1 mother-in-law, whatever makes you happy. It's all about the flavor.
Everyone has their flavor profile and you do it,
That's it. So we're just going to go in with that. Beautiful fresh curry leaves. You can use dried as well, but with the spices, as the same story, fresh is always better. You get a lot more aroma, a lot more punch over here. And these are going to slowly cook up as we go inside. They get a little crispy.
And flavor is king, Flavor is king, don't hold back,
That's it. So we just start working this around. I mean, immediately the flavor starts coming out.
Because the curry leaves are going to crisp up as well. You can just eat the curry leaves straight.
100%. Something that not everyone knows about. Nice little bit of texture. So those are going to do their thing inside the pan over there.
Gorgeous.
Leave that just there. Last thing that goes into the pan, garlic and ginger paste.
Of course.
Do it towards the end. It's a little bit slower, less aggressive heat. You don't want anything to burn. You want to keep the freshness of the ginger and the zing of that garlic.
And of course, garlic has quite a high sugar content, so often we burn it. We put it in too early, or you'll kind of put it in the oil before the food and end up, cooking it to death.
Exactly.
Before you lose all that.
There's a term we use in the kitchen called acrid, and it's basically at the point where you can start tasting the smokiness of the meat, and it's not necessarily a good flavor either to want. We talk about smoke and barbecue, but acrid is on the upper end of that. Okay. So if you dare stick your nose inside there and you give it a real good whiff, you don't even need to stick your nose in there.
Oh, that's amazing.
So garlic, butter, some curry leaves coming through there. Delicious.
Oh, that's
last but most important element, our whole ground spice that we spoke about earlier. Give that a smell again.
Oh, that's amazing. And of course, Josh very lovingly ground these spices down himself.
There we go.
From fresh, roasted them, toasted them himself, and then oh, that is amazing. Of course, the keyword here is Clover to 33728. You just SMS that and we will send you an ingredients list. And of course, a big part of this recipe, bringing together that toastiness, is the Clover Butro Oil, sunflower and butter oil blend. Variety allows for usage on any occasion, from cooking to frying to baking. Obviously, in the style that we're using it, it really does complement the potatoes. Requires no refrigeration, with a 180-day shelf life, with the richness and taste of butter, which I love. As I said, it's going to work so well with both, actually, the onion and the potato. A little bit of salt.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. So there's a common misconception of the salt and pepper. They see chefs doing it from a height. Just have a laugh. You think it's silly.
Salt bay, man.
There's a reason. Spread it out evenly. So you make sure you get even seasoning, and you don't want it to taste like salt. Just a bit of salt to enhance the flavor itself.
Okay, to taste. So I think so the salt bay is actually, there's a reason why we're
There's a theory behind it. Using equal dispersion, like it looks cool, and it actually does something good for the food as well. So there's definitely two reasons for that.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, so where to from there? I see I've got my own little working station here. What do I need to do?
You're getting put to work. So nice and easy for you. You've got some double thick yogurt over there, some Clover Bliss, plain yogurt itself, a little bit of mint, lemon juice, and some ground cumin.
Can I just mix it all together?
Please, go wild.
So you've chopped up the mint itself nice and fresh.
It's nice little chiffonade on that, so it's nice and thin, doesn't get too abundant.
And a little bit of lemon juice,
A little bit of lemon juice for acidity is what you want. You give that a nice good mix up.
Oh, lovely. Looking at our end result here, I suppose this is going to be the base, and this is going to complement the crispiness of those potatoes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Okay, well, we put the finishing touches to our Bombay potatoes. You can go through a little play-by-play of how we arrived at this gorgeous end result. Oh, even this is fragrant, man.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover. Turn the humble potato into an Indian flavor feast with these Bombay-style potatoes from Clover. Add 3 tablespoons of Clover Butro Oil to a pan. Then arrange 500 grams of peeled, blanched and halved baby onions in the pan to char grill on both sides. Remove from the heat and set aside. Next, add 1 kilogram of parboiled peeled baby potatoes to the same pan. Then add 10 curry leaves, 1 teaspoon of toasted cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of toasted coriander seeds, a teaspoon of toasted mustard seeds, a teaspoon of roasted masala, a teaspoon of turmeric, and cook for 5 minutes. Remove the potatoes from the heat and add crushed garlic and ginger. Then stir to combine. Add 1 tablespoon of fresh mint to half a cup of Clover Bliss plain, followed by a teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and stir to combine. Spread the sauce over a plate, add the Bombay potatoes, the charred onions, and serve with sumac and freshly chopped coriander. These brilliant spuds are the perfect partner for any curry recipe, so go ahead and spice up your dinner with this fragrant Indian spice dish.
Made with love by Clover.
All right, let's wrap this baby up. Okay, so we've got our beautiful yogurt base.
That's exactly it. So that's going down on the bottom, as you said, that's the base. Nice creaminess, a bit of richness, a little bit of acidity to cut through those potatoes.
And it's all about having that balance, and that's where the yogurt works so well with these really strong curry flavors, because it does cut through that.
Absolutely. And then here, your beautiful charred potatoes.
Oh, and look at all how the spices have all kind of, in their toasty brilliance, of
so you can kind
layered onto potatoes.
Exactly. Think of it as English sort of roast potatoes on a Sunday meets the curry flavors of a Bombay. That's exactly.
Bombastic Bombay explosion.
That's exactly it. And then next thing we're going to do, a couple of the fried curry leaves on top for some texture.
Brilliant.
Boom. This little purple guy over here is called sumac.
Sumac.
Give that a smell again. Very lemony, very aromatic.
That's quite a sour.
Completely natural spice itself. From a height again, like we said with the salt, that's going to give a beautiful zing. A couple of the onions going on.
Dude. Little work of art you've created.
Little work of art,
man.
In the fingers. Last but not least, some micro herbs. We didn't use coriander. I know you're not a fan.
Thank you so much.
My brother actually says coriander smells like stink bugs to him.
It does, and it tastes like stink bugs. Not that I've tasted a stink bug.
Exactly. Always a bit awkward when you serve him food and it's got stink bugs in it, but he eats it nonetheless.
Oh, buddy, well,
and literally, like that, you've got a finished product. Creaminess, so well. Beautiful, crispy onions.
I cannot wait to taste it, but the key word is Clover. You SMS Clover to 33378. We'll send you a link. You click on the link, you get the full recipe to create your own Bombay potatoes. Lovely.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.